And so when other people start questioning what you're doing, something really interesting happens in here and up here. What is going on? I am back home. Is that good? Mind focus? I think so. Yes, I'm wearing my bum clothes today. It is Saturday. I'm just having a relaxing day, hanging out. No apologies for wearing this. Speaking of which, I was doing video marketing. Okay, so in Reno, I was teaching video marketing. And one of the things that comes up is fear for many reasons. And I think people try to get things perfect. But the one thing that keeps coming up is, what am I gonna look like on camera? Do I have to, like, they're talking about how they have to dress, for example. Well, I always have to get dressed and all this stuff. I mean, look at me. I don't know, like I thought the same thing where I had to put on the suit or I had to comb my hair. Well, combing your hair isn't a bad idea. You should comb your hair. But I'm talking about the bigger picture. I think real estate agents think that they have to give off some sort of an image. And I've come to realize that that thought only exists in your own head. Go back to the videos that you have viewed and you learned something interesting because you were searching something out. Now think back and ask yourself, that person gave me a lot of great content, but am I gonna follow them because I didn't like the t-shirt they were wearing? You're probably not even paying attention to what they're wearing. You just want the content. Am I right? I'm sure a small percentage of you may watch maybe even this video and say, oh man, why is he wearing grubby clothes? Full disclosure, it's clean. I use this on weekends when I want to paint the house and it's actually clean. I had this thing since high school. It's comfortable. The underneath, this is an actual shirt. It keeps me warm. But you know what? Here's the thing. I had a message to share with you and I could have done one of two things. I could have gone back up to my washroom, taken a shower. I could have combed my hair. I could have put gel in my hair. I could have put on a shirt, a tie, and that would have taken some time. But I really don't feel like doing that right now. I'm kind of just hanging out in my home office, going through some stuff, and I just put this on this morning. I brushed my teeth. Full disclosure, didn't shower, teeth brushed. So I could pick up the camera and I can shoot the message right now while I'm in the mood to be shooting that message and sharing that message. Or I can get myself worked up. I can go make myself look really handsome for you guys. I can shave, I can comb my hair. But at the end of the day, does it really matter? I don't think so. It really doesn't. And I think this also has to do with trying to look very professional for your community, because if I'm not professional, then they're not going to hire me. And I thought the same thing when I started shooting video. I would put on a shirt and I would be professional. And there's one thing that if I could go back and change, this is the one thing that I would change. I started mixing professional, meaning all dressed up with a shirt and giving real estate content for my local community, and I would mix that in with me just putting on a t-shirt and kind of being like this, not like pajamas, but just like regular everyday Joe that I would go grocery shopping in. And I took a chance. I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this. And I started shooting back then what I called wacky Wednesday videos. And I remember seeing Gary Vaynerchuk at one of the events. Go back, I think I shot a vlog. What vlog number is that? 22. Yeah, vlog number 22. So I recalled his event and he says, you know what, just get personal. He told his audience in his 6th episode of Wine Library TV that he peed his bed until he was 13. And I thought, you know what? I am gonna take his advice because I really genuinely wanted to do it. I wanted to get more personal with my community, but all the training, all the coaching I've had, it was all just be professional because your image is everything. But everybody else was doing the same damn thing and I didn't want to do that. And I feel like I was just bursting inside because I just wanted to get me, like my personality across. And I took a chance. I turned on the camera and I said, hey, this is my very first Wacky Wednesday video. and I would literally just start sharing just some wacky information. And I shot a few of those videos. I don't even think they exist anymore, because this is where things turn. And so I started shooting things that were just on my mind, and something interesting happened. After about a month, so like 4 videos, I started getting emails from people, and I thought, wow, I'm actually getting a higher engagement from my local community by shooting Wacky Wednesday videos. That was interesting, because it was almost like an experiment, and it didn't backfire. It actually grew my business, because the foundation layer was the real estate, and then my personal, meaning me, was on top of that. And people were now reaching out to me saying, hey, I kind of like you as an agent. Could you help me buy or sell a home? And I thought, man, that's interesting. And here's where if I would go back, just my, and I don't want to, like, I'm not talking, see, I can't even get my words across, because I feel like I'm going to say something negative about my wife, and it's not negative. It's just her DNA. It's just her makeup. And her belief back then was, well, you have to have that professional image, because you have to be on all the time in case somebody needs an agent. When you go grocery shopping, you have to put on your hair and makeup, and you have to be on. But I was quite opposite to that. And so she says, maybe you shouldn't get so personal. I don't know if that's gonna really be a good thing. And now she's not the only one that said that. I had family and friends maybe question what I was doing. Some other agents were questioning what I was doing. And so when other people start questioning what you're doing, something really interesting happens in here and up here. You kind of start to believe it. And if I can go back and do it all over again, I would have made more Wacky Wednesday videos. I wouldn't put on my suit and tie. Heck, I'd even put on a baseball cap. Maybe I'll do without the pajamas. Forgive me for that one. Wasn't in the mood to go get changed. But I would have made more of those. And so if you're questioning yourself, how do I look on video? Do I really need to dress up? The answer is no. Hit the record button and just say what's on your mind. Kind of like I'm doing right now. I had no idea what today's topic was going to be about, but I was thinking about that because of the conversations I had with real estate agents in Reno. That was one of the reasons they didn't want to put on the camera. Number one, how am I going to come across? Meaning, like, physically. Maybe I should wait until I drop some weight. Maybe I should always dress up. And it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I've got a few extra pounds that I need to lose, but I'm not gonna wait until something happens, because that's just gonna delay progress. And I've actually had agents in the past say, yeah, but you know what? I'm like, the camera adds 10 pounds and I'm already overweight. Maybe I'll just hit the gym and until I look presentable on video. Screw that. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. If I had to wait for perfection, I would never hit that record button on this camera. So yeah, I think that was number one. So number one is like your physical appearance, how I'm gonna come across on camera. Number two, don't be afraid to get personal. And I've said this in my previous vlogs before. I learned from Gary Vaynerchuk. I mean, he was my biggest inspiration in terms of the actual doing of the content. Because it's not just about the business. It's not just about the money. It's about overall happiness. And I know in this business, too much emphasis and focus is put on being this top producer. It's so ingrained in the minds of real estate agents that if you're not producing what these top producers are producing in your mind, you're not good enough and you're a failure. I'd be willing to bet 99% of real estate agents out there think that they are a failure in one way, shape, or form. I speak to agents that barely do 3 deals a year, and I speak to agents that do hundreds of deals per year. What's up here doesn't really change in terms of how they see themselves. Even these mega agents that go on stage at these real estate conferences, when I have one-on-one personal conversations, They've got fears. It's a real thing. Don't let these top producer images fool you that they've got it all together. They don't. I think I'm getting a little bit off topic here, but that's just the way my brain works. I just start going down this rabbit hole of thoughts. It doesn't matter what you look like. You are you. Don't be afraid to be yourself. So it's not just about the image, this quote unquote image on video. What's more important than that is actually what's in here. And that's really what matters. So I'll throw down a challenge. And see, every time I throw down a challenge, I find that people kind of fear sets in. And for whatever reason, they say, oh, I wanted to do this challenge, but blah, 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 excuse. Here's my challenge. Record 10 seconds of yourself talking, 30 seconds about anything. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be real estate related. In fact, don't make it real estate related. I want to know one thing about you. Anything. I don't care what it is. Grab your phone, record a very quick 15-second, 20-second video. So, give me one thing about you. I don't care how you do it. Just tag me in it. Whatever you're most comfortable with. Just shoot a video, tag me in it, and just get started. That's my challenge to you. The only reason I'm asking you to do that is not for my sake. It's 100% for your benefit. I want you to get out of your own way. So if you don't do it, then you're gonna go back to this vicious cycle of I can't, and you're gonna give your excuse. If you do it, and this is your first video, I promise you, something up here is gonna change. You're gonna think, wow, this isn't that difficult. I can continue doing this. I'm rambling again. Okay, this video's done. See ya.